Greetings, family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Mogi's Corner. I'm yours. Mogi. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. I do appreciate your time. So, as promised, I made a date with you all, and I promised that we will be talking about GMO. So here I come to try and talk about this subject. We are going to be talking about genetically modified organisms, GMO. And I hoped that this will be an interactive show, a session that is interactive. I would like to know what your thoughts are. You will know if you've been watching my videos. I am very interested in this topic of genetically modified organisms. You know, I am not knowledgeable about this subject. Oh, hold on a minute. I guess I should take that back. You know, I read some information, so I have some knowledge about GMO based on what I have read, what I have heard. Some of it, I don't, I don't take in everything that I hear. I don't take in everything that I read. However, I'm open to new information. I'm open to learning. Matter of fact, I have taken it upon myself to research this topic myself. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much. Greetings from Chicago. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Greetings from Uganda, Ginger. All right. Peace and love to you all. Thank you for tuning in. So I am sun-kissed. You can see that it's shining, and I did this on purpose anyway. We're talking about GMO, genetically modified organisms. And we're going to be talking about plants, animals, livestock. I have been told today that when you say livestock, this encompasses animals as well as birds. So I'm going to be using livestock. I'm learning. So as I was telling you guys, I'm not an expert about this subject of GMO, but I'm a student. I'm a willing learner, so I'm willing to learn. So if there is anybody who is an expert when it comes to this subject, genetically modified organisms or agriculture as a whole, I am willing to learn from you. I'm willing to, have a conversation with you and continue to learn. As I mentioned that I am really very interested in farming, and I would like to research more and more about these genetically modified organisms. All right. So, genetically modified organisms can be plants, they can be animals, they can be birds, they can be microorganisms in which the genetic material, in bracket DNA, has been altered in a way that does not occur naturally. So GMO, genetically modified organisms, can be plants, can be animals, can be microorganisms in which the genetic material, in brackets DNA, has been altered in a way that does not occur naturally. Now, when we talk about occurring naturally, we mean by mating. So animals and birds mate. So the livestock have to mate, coming together naturally to give forth an offspring. So in this case, the genetically modified ones, the offspring does not occur naturally by mating, so they don't mate, or natural combination. And this applies to the plants, I guess. Definitely, yes, the plants. So the mating and the combination when we talk about the plants can be as a result of pollination, as a result of several ways through which these plants can reproduce. So anything, if it does not occur naturally, then that is genetically modified. Now, I would like to talk about the commonly, the commonest plants which are genetically modified. I hope I'm communicating. So please drop me a message and let me know where you're watching from. Let's interact. I want this discussion to be interactive. So you all tell me what your thoughts are about GMO. Let us conversate. Let us have a conversation. So I will appreciate that. So I want to, I went out on the, most of this is public information. It's available on the internet, even though we have to be very careful while dealing with the information we see on the internet. However, in most cases, common sense leads us. What we read, we have to apply our conscience, our understanding, and our knowledge to judge for us if it really is appropriate. So that's what I do most of the times, or all the times, if not most. So the crops or the plants that are engineered, or the top plants which are genetically modified, okay? I hope you do understand with me. I do struggle with the language. I'm speaking the colonizers' language, so please excuse me for that. In most cases, communication may not be the choice of words, the choice of phrases that I use, so you all understand that. So soya, we call it soya, but soy. Anna from Chicago, no longer have the nutrients you created. I do agree with you, and I'll be telling you, I went to the agricultural exhibition which is taking place here in Jinja. There is the agricultural showgrounds or show yards where vendors and all stakeholders, farmers in the agricultural business, go to exhibit what they do and what they sell and whatever. I asked so many questions, but let me finish my introduction and I will get to that point. And I will reveal to you what it is quite shocking, but not really shocking because it's expected. I knew it. I knew when I went there, I knew what I was going to encounter anyway. So the common GMO is soy, or we call it soya. The king's daughter. Big upon yourself for always supporting. I do really appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. And please just know that I'm very grateful for your financial contribution towards this channel. Thank you so much. Number 2 is corn. We call it maize, the GMOs. We see rice, we see potatoes, we see canola oil. While I was reading this, I saw this is in the US mostly. Canola oil. I don't know what canola oil is. You all who are watching, If you know, please drop me a message. Let me know what canola oil is. I would like to do some research about the canola oil. What is it? Is it a fruit? Is it a cereal? Is it a... I don't know what canola oil is, but it's one of the plants that is very commonly modified into GMO. We have beets, we have papaya, we have vegetables, you know, all types of vegetables. We have here in Uganda, we have cabbages, we have tomatoes, we have carrots, we have green pepper, we have, oh my God, sukuma wiki, we have spinach. Sukuma wiki, they call it, sometimes they call it collards. Vegetables, oh my God, there are just so many. Anyway, so let's get to the point that I would like to tell you about. So today I went to the agriculture exhibition grounds here in Jinja, where farmers, dealers in agriculture inputs, whether be it seeds, whether be it herbicides and pesticides and all these things, come to exhibit. Also agriculture machinery, like the tractors, like the processing equipment, as you will see in my video. I made a video around, and it will be dropping very soon. So stay tuned on Mugi's Corner to see that video. So at these at the agriculture showgrounds or exhibition grounds, I had very many questions, but most importantly, I focused on the tent or the section, which is canola oil is commonly used for cooking. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for letting me know. Canola oil is used for cooking. Oh, well, now that exists in GMO. So anyway, so my focus, I tried to be strategic because I couldn't just go dilly-dallying here and there. So I was strategic. Therefore, I focused on the tent or the demonstration garden. So dealers, like for example, the companies that sell seeds, for example, maize seeds, tomato seeds, all these seeds, at the same showgrounds or show yard, these companies have demonstration gardens where they grow the seeds which they sell in the shops, in their shops, to show the farmers, what they should expect when they buy their... Reconnecting. What's going on? Oh, is it a network problem, or the machine is tracking me? This topic is very sensitive, and I do understand. I know that the companies that are investing in genetically modified, in GMO, have a lot of money. They have a lot of influence. So, but anyway, I'm not surprised. So, I'm telling you about the demonstration gardens which these companies set up in the show yards, in the showgrounds. So, if they are selling maize seeds, what they will do is grow that maize and show the people what to expect, and you will see all of that. So anyway, so when I went, I focused on the demonstration garden. We made a video here. I had an interview with a gentleman who was very nice to us, answered all the questions, gave us all the information to the best of his knowledge, and it was a really informative session I had with him. Anyway, so I went to the corner of the NARO. Now, NARO is the short form for National Agricultural Research Organization. NARO, you can go and Google this, NARO. So NARO is a National Agricultural Research Organization. So I went to their corner, and because those are the ones that I would expect to have the best interests of the people of Uganda. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a government organization. It's not a private organization, it's a government organization that focuses on researching these seeds, researching, advising farmers. Uh, they, they invest mainly in research, rotating around plants, and agriculture in general, animals, birds, plants. So I went asking a question, and my first question was, right now what we see is we see these different varieties of maize. You know, maize is the widely, is the commonest and widely consumed food in Uganda, and I guess in Africa in general, because I have been to Tanzania, I have been to Kenya, I have been to Zambia, I have been to Zimbabwe, I've been to South Africa, and what I have seen is consistent to what I'm telling you. Maize is the #1 food in Uganda, and I believe in each of these countries, because I have been there, I have went around, eaten the food, and I also think in Africa in general. But anyway, let us focus on Uganda, where I know very well, my homeland. So I asked a question that why do we see that these different varieties of maize seeds that are being given to farmers, or that are being promoted and sold to farmers, when let me take you back a little bit, then to help you understand the point that I'm trying to make. So before, when our grandfathers used to do farming, for example, grow maize, so they would grow the maize seeds, and then at the end of the harvest, they dry these seeds, for example, the maize seeds, okay, store them in a storage area and wait for the next season and plant the same seeds, okay? But we don't see that nowadays. I asked that question. So his explanation was, I don't want to speak for him, but you will go and watch the video and hear what his explanation is. But in brief, he said that it's because of cross-pollination and cross-breeding, and he gave a kind of an elusive explanation, and I was not quite convinced by it. So I tried to challenge him more and more. So he told me that these seeds undergo different processes of pollination and crossbreeding, and some of these processes are done in the laboratory. Okay, so I tried to press him a little bit harder on that. What kind of processes happen in the laboratories, But he couldn't explain that, and anyway, he squashed the question, and I was not convinced anyway. I was not convinced by his explanation. Hello. The LOCD type. Hello to you, greetings to you. Thank you for tuning in. So he did not give a convincing answer to me. But anyway, I have to big up this gentleman that you will see in my video, because he was brave enough. Otherwise, many of the workers of these companies that sell seeds, and also many of the workers of the National Agriculture Research Organization, could not talk to me on record. They were not happy for me to record a video so that I have. In Ghana too, maize, cassava, plantain, and yam is the main food. Big up on yourself, Anna. Thank you for your contribution. I do appreciate it. So yeah, maize is a big source of food for a big population in Africa. I think I should put it that way. So anyway, I have to big up this gentleman because he accepted to talk to me. Many of the workers in these companies could not talk to me on record, on video. So I big up to it because this topic is very sensitive. So they feared maybe loss of, they could lose their job. So anytime they detect that you're trying to investigate GMOs, they're not interested in talking to you. So I have to tell you this. I was there today, and this is what I observed. Anytime you try to indicate to them that you're trying to, because I had to make my intentions clear, why I wanted a video and what, you know, why am I doing what I'm doing? So that's why I had to tell them what I was dealing with anyway. So many of them were elusive. They didn't want to talk to me, but big up to this one gentleman. So uh, these guys told me that they do research, including research in the laboratory. So I was like, So I went ahead and pressed him and said, okay, so what kind of research? Can you break down the processes that you undergo, or these seeds? What are the processes that they undergo? Oh my God. Dino, QHAR. Thank you so much, my friend, for your contribution. I do really appreciate. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate your donation and kind contribution to me. Thank you so much. So anyway, now what I realized that they are trying to replace the word GMO, because he also told me that the government banned GMO seeds. He said, in Uganda, you cannot find GMO seeds or plants anywhere. They were banned, okay? But in the beginning, he had told me, you will go and watch the video. He had told me that they were conducting some research in their laboratory. They have a separate section that was conducting research in these genetically modified plants. So he kind of ate his own words there. But anyway, so what he told me was that these crops that they are developing are not GMOs, but are rather hybrids. So I tried to question him to help me understand, okay, they're hybrids, but what does it mean? You're most welcome, my brother. I appreciate your content. Thank you so much. So I tried to question, okay, they're not GMO, they're hybrids. And my assessment of the situation was that now, since they know that people are starting to be sensitive to the GMO and they know the dangers of the GMO, now they are changing the name. Instead of calling it GMO, genetically modified organism, they call it hybrid. But yet, in fact, according to, what I saw today, it had zero difference to the genetically modified. So if this research is made in the laboratories, so that was not enough to convince me that it was GMO. I went further ahead and asked him a question. Okay, can you tell me if this research is fully funded by the Ugandan government? Because NARO, National Agriculture Research Organization, is a branch of the government. It's an organization that is government owned. You know what I'm saying? So it's the government. So I went ahead and asked if the research was fully funded 100% by the Ugandan government. He said no. They have development partners, and guess what? Guess who the development partners are? You're going to be shocked. These development partners, before I mention them, are the same people pushing GMO. So he mentioned Bill Gates under his foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Now, don't take this word, don't take it from me. I am telling you this information as I got them from the agriculture show grounds. I'm giving you, these are not my words, but this brother told me that the research is funded. I have it on record, you will see the video. It's funded by Bill Gates, is involved in funding the research. Also, Rockefeller, the Rockefellers also fund the research in their laboratories to develop these seeds. He also mentioned USAID. USAID are also partners, so they fund the laboratories and the research. So I don't see a difference, my people. I need you all to tell me what you think. the name is being changed, at least here in Uganda, the research that I have made, the name is being changed from GMO, because the people are conscious about GMO, to hybrid. So they're giving it an appeasing name. You know, that is my assessment. I'm not saying that this is final, but I'm giving you my opinion, what I think, based off of the research that I have conducted. So they are changing the name from GMO. So when they sell these seeds to the farmers, they tell them, no, 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 this is not GMO. This is hybrid. So they are painting it a name that is more acceptable. So they are calling them hybrids. Tell me what you think. Do you really think that these are hybrids? Or do you think that they are painting it a name? They are giving it a nice name, a name that will appeal to the consumers or to the general public? Because guess what? The general public are continually becoming conscious about this GMO. They know that they are dangerous to their health, to the health, you know. The GMO food or seeds or plants and animals and birds are very, very dangerous to our health. So this was my experience out there in the agriculture showgrounds. The people are changing the name. They are changing the name from GMO to hybrid. And I'm going to continue doing more research. And I would like to invite other people who are interested in helping me out on this research. And when I say research, when I say helping me out, many people are quick to arrive at, oh, he wants money. No, it's not the money I need. I may need money in the research and trying to find out this and that, but it's not just the money. So when I call upon you to help me in what I'm trying to do, you can volunteer. Okay, you can volunteer your expertise. We have agriculturists. I need agriculturists, people who are in agriculture. I need agriculture experts. I'm looking for farmers. Let us get together and do something together. Let us continue to dissect this question of GMO, because trust me, as I always say. Yeah, I'm sorry. There is a loud truck coming my way. I may have to move if it approaches me anyway. So, what was I saying? So, as I like to say, that the food we eat is either medicine to heal the body, grow the body, and build the body. So the food that we eat is either medicine to help keep the body healthy, to help build the body, and also help the body fight against diseases. Or what we eat is a poison to kill the body. So now I went ahead on a website called www.centerforfoodsafety.org. You can go and check out this website, www.centerforfoodsafety.org. And I was looking at the effects or diseases that may arise from the genetically modified food. So food, I mean in general, animals and plants, livestock and plants. So on this website, cancer was the first. Again, the food we eat, everything we put inside our bodies or on our body, starting from the skin to the inside of the body, is either medicine or is a poison. So it's either medicine to help the body heal, build the body, or it's a poison to kill the body. So it is always our choice to choose what we want. Do we want to make the right choices for our bodies, or do we want to make the bad choices for our bodies? So that is always in our hands. We have a choice to make. So another effect or disease from the GMO, according to the website centerforfoodsafety.org, is toxicity. Because remember now, these genetically modified or these modified seeds, the pattern has been changed. We saw that the DNA or the genetic material is altered. So clearly, anyway, let's go through the diseases or effects. Cancer, toxicity, immunosuppression, allergic reactions, loss of nutrition, antibiotic resistance, and mention it. There are so many effects of genetically modified food, eating genetically modified food. So, you know, in my mind, I posed a question that right now, what we see in Uganda, you know, I like to emphasize Uganda because this is where I am. This is all I know. This is where I have lived most of my life. So we see that in the past, when I was growing up, you know, in the 2000s, because I started understanding things in the 2000s, you know, 2000, diseases like cancer were not common. Okay, now I'm speaking on my part. When I was growing up, cancer was not as common as it is today, you know, 23 years later. I was not born in 2000, but I'm only saying I started to kind of have an understanding of what's going on in 2000, I should say, roughly around there. So diseases like diabetes, diseases like blood pressure, diseases like ulcers, you know, such infections. So you, I'm sure there is so many of you who have lived in the past, like you are senior citizens. Please, if you're watching, let me know, is what I saw true? Because what I'm telling you is what I saw is that diseases like cancer, diseases like diabetes, give me other examples, ulcers, blood pressure, mention it. They were not very common, or they were not, the cases were not as many as they are today. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm trying to connect the two because remember, let me take you back to the funders, the major funders of the research conducted by NARO, you know, and their laboratories is Bill Gates. We all know that Bill Gates says it openly, that the population of us black people needs to be reduced. And it needs to be reduced through vaccines. It needs to be reduced through very many means. And now, it is a fact, and that fact we can all see it, that they introduced diseases to try and reduce the population of us black people. The diseases, we black people, we are very resilient. We are fighters. We are God's original people. So God cannot forsake us. God cannot leave us alone rather. God cannot leave us alone. So we are able to fight these diseases, even though they do their damage. To be honest, the diseases do their damage, but you know, so the diseases were introduced because as we see in history, before the European missionaries and explorers and all those people, GMO foods commonly sold in the local markets in Uganda? Oh, absolutely, yes. I will do a video about, anyway, I'm going to request you to watch my video. It will be out very soon. GMO, like I explained to you, my observation is that they are replacing the word GMO with hybrid to make the local people think that it's not GMO. But the people who are pushing GMO, i.e. Bill Gates, the Rockefellers, USAID, they are the major funders of this project. So to me, I'm not convinced that what they are doing is actually not GMO, but rather what I see that they are trying to give it a good name. They're trying to polish it, and convince the people that, it's not GMO, it's hybrid. But in actual sense, when you look at it closely, it's nothing but GMO. So that's my assessment. Look at the people who are funding the research, and then, okay, I understand now. Thank you so much. So most farmers in Uganda are being encouraged to grow GMO, because guess what? The GMO, if it's banana, if it's, it's very sad, my friend. It is very sad, and that's my motivation. That's my motivation to do something about it, because I do strongly believe that the future generation, our children and our children's children, history will not judge us for not changing the reality of things, but we will be judged very harshly by history for not at least trying. Because it is very true, the system is very powerful. They have all the resources, they have the power, they have the money, they have the guns, they have the authority, they have everything. So they can crush you. They can crush you, but at least I am happy to be crushed trying than just sitting back and watch while my people become victims of this evil that GMO is, because GMO is evil. Anyway, I don't want to lose focus. So farmers are being encouraged to grow GMO, because when they produce banana, which is GMO, when they produce maize, which is GMO, mostly the yield is big. So if it is maize, the output will be big. If it is banana, the bunch of banana will be big, to encourage the farmers, because it's a high yield, and the farmers want the high yield. So, and in many cases here in Uganda, under NADS, NAADS, if you want to do your research, NADS here in Uganda gives out free seeds to the farmers. Now, why do they give out free seeds? They give out so many things. They give out free fish to the fish farmers. They give out free seeds for the banana, for the maize, for soya. We call it soya, but I think in English it is soy, S-O-Y. I support you, young brother. Look into gene manipulation plants and animals. My garden, oh my God. My garden store here in US has been selling hybrids for many years now. Okay, so please tell me, look into gene manipulation plants. Oh, you were right, but as I say, what is the difference between hybrids and GMO? Because from my research now, I'm talking based on the information that I was able to collect from the exhibition here in Jinja. The gentleman told me that they produce, or they come up with these seeds, some from the gardens and others in the laboratories. Now, think about it. If the research in these laboratories is funded by Bill Gates, as they told me, if the research is funded by the Rockefellers, if the research is funded by who else? USAID, can we really trust that what telling us hybrid is not GMO? What's the difference? I'm open to learning. Please let me know. In my opinion, there is no difference. The people who are talking about reducing the population of black people through diseases, the diseases we have been able to fight the diseases, and we are still here. Now they introduced family planning. They introduced family planning, you know what I'm saying, to try and reduce our populations. The family planning, as if is not enough to them. Now they introduced LGBT to crack down on the population of black people. Now under the LGBT, they are promoting transgenderism, all in the name to bring down the population of black people. So, my brother, I do understand the point you're saying about hybrids. But what is a hybrid? I need to be convinced that a hybrid that is developed in the laboratory, as he said, is not GMO. Because remember now, people are not interested in GMO. People are being conscious of the genetically modified organisms. They know they are dangerous to their bodies. They are dangerous to our health. They are not safe. Now, in my opinion, they are changing the name from GMO to hybrids. So my brother, you tell me, if on your farm you grow some maize, okay? Like I told you, traditionally, when our grandfathers used to grow maize, they would process their seeds, not really process, I guess that's the wrong word. They would dry the seeds, store them in the granaries or in their storehouses, and the next season they plant those same seeds. Now, can you please tell me if you can do that now? I think the answer is not. And he told me that this gentleman from Naro, that these seeds cannot grow again. They cannot yield again. So that is suspect. That is very, very suspect. This brings me back to the point that I'm very interested in making. Whoever funds a project, whoever funds anything, has an interest. So why is Bill Gates, why is Rockefeller, why is USAID funding this research? Why don't we have our governments fully funding this research? Why are we having seeds, for example, maize seeds, that cannot be replanted? Now, until I get answers that are, that can satisfy me, that can convince me, then I must hold my opinion. Let me know what you think. So this idea of GMO is to control our food supply, to take away our power to be in control of our food supply. Because guess what? When the farmers are given these seeds which cannot be replanted, I support you, young brother. Look into gene manipulation plants and animals. My garden store here in the US has been selling hybrids for so many years now. Okay, I guess this comment, I saw it. Okay. So for today's conversation, I would like to concentrate on the information that I was able to collect from the agriculture showgrounds, and mostly from the workers of these companies and that sell seeds. You understand? So why can we not have seeds that can be replanted? In my opinion, the answer is pretty simple. Is they want us to rely on them for our food supply. The reason why Bill Gates is funding this is not different to what he's doing with the vaccines. The reason why the Rockefellers are doing this is not different from the population control. In my opinion, at least. This is what I believe. The reason why USAID is funding this research is not different from any of those reasons that I have given. Your comments are being delayed, it seems. Okay, so I am sorry, my network, our network here in Uganda can be, can slow down, can be slow. So I think I attribute to the comments being slowed down to the network, to the slow network. Apologies for that. Anyway, so why are these guys who are interested in bringing down the population of black people funding research for the food? Tell me why do you think they're doing that? So I like to do my live or my videos in the nature, so I'm going to, take a walk and kind of continue this discussion. So as I requested you, I really hope that this is a conversation that interactive. So we have been on for over 45 minutes. and I would like to engage with you. So I have shared the information which I have collected from the agriculture showgrounds, and that is what I have found. In my opinion, they are changing the name. They are doing something definitely. They are doing something definitely, that is for sure. But you will let me know what you think. Do you think that hybrids are different from GMOs, or they are the same or close? If not the same, close. Let me know what you think. And do you think that genetically modified organisms, plants, are safe for us as a people, especially when we see that the same control freak people, i.e. Bill Gates, the Rockefellers, you know, are funding research of this, developing these seeds. Where you are now is beautiful. Thank you so much. So I think I'm going to turn the camera, if I may, and try to show you what's ahead of me. Okay, so yeah, listen, Uganda is very beautiful. Uganda is very beautiful. So these are residential homes, and right on, okay, so look at these palm trees. They're beautiful for sure. But listen, let's not appreciate just only the beauty. I encourage you to also appreciate the conversation. Let's, let us conversate. Look at the beauty, man. Ginger is very beautiful, and I'm inviting you, come and visit Ginger. Come and visit Uganda. Come and visit Ginger. So this is a golf course. If you've been watching my videos, I like to come down here at the Ginger Golf Course, Ginger Golf Club, and record around here because it's very, very beautiful. These are goats grazing, and they're just eating some grass. Anyway, let's continue. Please, you let me know, are hybrids different from GMOs? Are hybrids, as I was told today, different from genetically modified organisms? If this question was posed to me, the answer is no. They are not. They are just, branding. They're just giving it a new name. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate you who have supported me with super chats. Thank you so much. I guess I will be doing some more videos, some live videos, because yeah, I think they'll be useful. So I'm going to start. Yes, I agree. What do you agree with? Please, Dino, please let me know, what do you agree with? My question is, are genetically modified organisms different from hybrids, as they say? Are they different? If this question was asked to me, if somebody asked me this question, the answer would be no, it's not different. They're just changing the name from GMO to a name that will be more, appealing. I agree with what you said. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. So it is imperative. It is very important that we do something about it. Otherwise, we are going to be judged very harshly by history and our children, as well as their children's children. Because guess what? By a lot of money being pumped into these GMOs, you know what that does? Look at these goats, man. Look at these goats, man. They just, freelancing, eating grass, feeding peacefully out here at the Ginger Golf Course. Anyway, so the government and their development partners are pumping a lot of money, giving out free seeds. And you know what this does? So when the farmers receive free seeds of GMOs, they abandon the original seeds. They stop growing original seeds. And once they stop growing original seeds, it is a matter of time until the original seeds are phased out. All right, so we have been on for over 50 minutes now, and I think we have come to the end of the video. I do appreciate you so much for tuning in. We're going to be making more of these live videos. Let us interact. I appreciate your correspondences. I appreciate your comments. And yeah, we're going to meet in another video. Please give the video a like. Mr. Mugi, thanks you for your time and sharing with us. I'm learning something great from you. Thanks for the awakening. I'll watch. Okay. I'll watch the rest after work. God bless you. Thank you so much. AMA, Gifty. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate. So we have come to the end of the video anyway. Gifty. So thank you so much. If you're watching, bless my friend. If you're watching my video for the first time, please give the video a like. If you're here on the channel first time, or if you're returning, please consider subscribing. Yeah, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Thank you so much. I'm gonna end this video, and I'll see you in another one. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Until next time, goodbye.